Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Right, so I think at this point, how is the charge on that battery? Yeah, I think at this point I will turn it off. We have plenty of very hot gases. Maybe next summer we'll harvest more, but for now, I mean, technically speaking, we can hook it up to the wind generators, but it's fine. I think we can manage. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so you can turn off. Don't waste power on that. And that's all we need to do. Alrighty then. So, as far as I can tell, this panel should receive a bit more power now. I will angle it a little bit more, I think, just in case. One more step, 230. I think that should be okay. We still need to maybe a little bit down as well, because we only really receive light from that little section. I can only hope that the windmills don't really shadow it too much. Now, anyways, well, I suppose we might as well install the less remaining. Yeah, we can install the less remaining, whatchamacallit, deep miner. And the suit is fine, but we need to make some room in the inventory. So before we get ahead of ourselves, I will go home, drop down most of the stuff, and then we can do the actual job. Plus we have the mining stuff here anyways. Okay, so all this piping can go in here. Liquid stuff goes in here. Do we need this oxygen? I will keep it still, but now that we are switching suits instead of canisters, I don't know how soon it will be before we can make use of this one again. Anyways, there we go. Okay, I think for the most part we are good to go. And I didn't forget, we will definitely replace the wind turbines with a Stirling generator, but for now, that will have to wait. Okay, let's pick all this up. We will need a deep miner cartridge. We don't need these 10 chutes, we only need 5 of them. But we will need these. We will need the frames. In fact, we need a bit more frames than this. And that is the steel. Yes, please. Give us, I don't know, steel frames. Okay, fine. Steel frames. Give us maybe 10. Will be just fine. And is going to be quite a bit of a distance between the original triple setup and the new triple miner, which means that we can either build a very long cable going between the two, or we just set up 2 different Stirling engines. I think the easiest is to just set up 2 Stirling engines. Yeah. Plus, we have 2 batteries anyways, so we can repurpose one for the other setup. Okay, it is decided then. But don't forget, we need to do a bit of sorting for the new setup. We will get 3 different ores out of a single miner this time around. So we will need to do some sorting. I will worry about that later. We still have 400 capacity inside the centrifuges, so it's going to be a long time before they fill up, but still, eventually we need to do some sorting. But that can wait. Okay, now, the old base at this point should be powered pretty consistently. So if you don't mind, I will go there, and if the battery is looking healthy, I will turn everything back on. In fact, I suppose we can replant and start generating oxygen again for the, well, the different stuff that needs oxygen here. Look at that. It's completely full. So we are generating 3 point something, but it is well over midnight at this point. So I suspect we are generating more like 4, maybe even 5 kilowatts. I wouldn't be surprised. Right now we have... yeah, I think this will work just fine as it is right now. Maybe in the winter months we might want to have a bigger vent, but it's fine for now. So yeah, I think it's just fine like this. We can basically turn everything back on. You can turn on... it's fine. Just power out the base once more. Now, we still need to have the stuff on the roof to keep the daytime power, because, well, the Stirling generator can only operate at night. So we will have these guys supplying the daytime power, and the Stirling generator will take care of the nighttime power. But it will generate enough power to fill up the batteries for the miners, so that's going to be fine. Okay, you can turn on, you are already on, you can turn on, and you can turn on. And we have enough power to start charging the rocket. Although, no, wait, don't. Actually, now that we no longer need to map the area, I think we can repurpose this one for a mining rocket. In fact, I think it's pretty obvious that that is going to be the next job of this rocket, but eventually. Basically, we might need to move stuff around, so I don't want to needlessly charge up these batteries just to disassemble them later. Right, you please stop complaining. Start that, and this one doesn't need anything right now, so it's fine. Right, you keep working, please. We need to do a lot. Basically, we have a lot of biomass that we need to take care of. So, right. Anything else in here? Not really. Okay, let me quickly switch out the cartridge in the tablet. Switch over to the deep miner. By the way, it is 95% battery. Not needed, but might as well switch it out. And the light, 71. Sure. Okay, I think we can go. So we are looking for the spot where we can install the new miner. Let's take a look. Also, you can technically speaking turn off. You just need to power the actual network. Also, with only wind power, how are the batteries faring? They have been running for a good while without storms, so yeah. I don't think these can handle all this setup. We will need to install a proper Stirling generator. But that's fine. We have 61 grams of silver, 92 grams of gold, and wow, 150 grams of coal. Not too bad. I suppose we might... no, it's fine, they can wait. So, where is the deposit? It's going to be this way, but where exactly? Here. Okay, can I go... yes, very good. This one is still that deposit. Okay, so if we go here, yes. In fact, quite a bit. Okay, so it's not going to be too far, but we need to do a bit of mining. So if you don't mind, I will go ahead and get started on that. Oh, jetpack low. Before we start mining, we need to pick up some jetpack talent. In fact, maybe we can repurpose that oxygen canister to be a propellant canister instead. I think that would be kind of a good idea. Because, well, we have oxygen coming in from the suit refilling, but if we run out of propellant in the middle of something, it would be nice to have some backup. I will think about it, but for now, we need to mine. And we mine quite a bit. Okay, I think this will do. Unfortunately, in these kinds of pressures that we get during daytime, the vacuum is way too strong. We might want to do this at night. Anyways, where is the exact position of the deposit? So, in gold, hydrocarbon, right here. So yeah, I think we can install everything right here. So if we do this, is this still okay? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so if I do, yeah, this is the exact point. I will install the mining setup here, I think. So miner will go there, and then the, whatchamacallit, the centrifuge will go here, and then extra infrastructure can go here, I suppose. So this is still that, yes? Yes. But if I step down, now it's gold, okay. Yeah, this is the exact border of the deposit. Yeah. Okay, let's weld these up real quick. Oh, never mind. I think it would be safer if we quickly went home and switched out the waste tanks, because it's getting a bit too close. Above 3000, it will start complaining, and switch it out now before it's way too full. Right, so as I've said, I think the miner will go here. It's going to be alright. It's well inside the deposit, so it's no danger of accidentally mining something that we don't want to mine. You can go there, then the centrifuge will go there. Alright then. Yes, it's bothering me, so I will quickly mine out the rest of this iron. Is the deposit just the surface one, or... Yeah, it's not going to be too deep now. Okay, quickly take care of this. At night, the pressures are not too bad, so we can relatively safely mine. And yeah, that will do. Okay, turn off the glasses. And I think we are good to go. Okay, now we just need to wire things up. I will bring over one of the batteries, obviously, as I've said, and then we will print out enough resources to build 2 Stirling generators. So that one and there. Okay. Right. Let me quickly pick up one of these batteries. Okay, I think that's it for now. Yeah. I suppose we can move this one a bit closer, install this one a bit closer as well, so it's not floating. In fact, I have talked myself into it. It will require a bit of extra heavy cabling, but small price to pay for aesthetics, I suppose. And there we go. Right. Okay, so we have power, but as I said, I would like to have a Stirling generators instead. So let me just quickly go to the one that we know works quite well. So we will need 2 Stirling generators, 2 tanks, a bunch of piping, 2 housings, 2 chips. I might go for the powered vents right away, not the active vent. Also, the base is fully powered. Lovely. So, as I said, we need 2 tanks, 2 Stirling generators, 2 big tanks, 2 housing, 2 chips, 2 vents, 2 sensors, and a bunch of piping, and 2 cowls. Okay, I think we should be okay. And I will repurpose those wind turbines for the main base because I think wind turbines will do just fine for this place. Also, we can move a bunch of iron ore into the mining backpack. Okay, before we go and start printing, I want to take a look at the base. So we have 61 liters. Lovely. Yeah, we are generating a lot more water now that we have hooked up to the main oxygen supply. And speaking of the oxygen supply, can we replant just yet? These are not seeded yet. I will wait until all seeded, but some of them are seeded already, but I will wait for all of them to be finished. And then I will harvest enough to replant the rest of this greenhouse. And everything else appears to be doing quite alright. Sugarcane, we need 1 more seed. Yes, please. So we have 1 full stack of sugarcane seeds. You know what? I will risk it. I will plant the cocoa. You can go there. It is thriving, so hopefully it will not take too long. Then you guys are doing alright, and we can plant 2 rows of something else. I still want to have 2 rows of potatoes, 2 rows of soybeans, 1 row of cocoa, 1 row of sugarcane, and maybe we can plant something else later. Maybe some wheat if we ever get to the point where we can make some cakes or something, but I don't know. I guess we will see. For now, water-wise, so we should have 60 something liters. Switch over to the Atmo. Yeah, 63 liters, not bad. Okay, we can start printing. So, you. Well, we will need 2 sensors anyway, so let's start with those. We should still have enough resources to print out everything we need. I will worry about the piping stuff later, although there's a piping. Anything else from here? Oh, right, active vent. Fine, quickly print out the active vent, and then we only need to worry about the electronic stuff. Oh, right, and the tank as well. That means we need this one and this steel. You. So, give us a powered vent instead. So, powered vent. I will build a small one. I don't think we need the big one, but I want to make sure that we have a good source of hot gases. So, electrum and invar. Right, give us 2 of these. While you are printing, I will go ahead and quickly eat and drink. And yes, at this point, I think we might want to bring over the shower, although the shower gets the charcoal from that base, so I don't know. I suppose it can stay there for the time being. Anyways, you are printing the second one, good. After that, can you please give us tanks? 2 insulated tank. 1 and 2, get started, you can come with us. Then we don't need a deep miner cartridge, at least not right now. So I will switch out this one, so we can make some room. Good. We will need the steel frames, we will need the steel sheets. Battery kit I didn't install, but it will be installed in a second. We will need some heavy cabling, obviously. I suppose we can drop the mining backpack. We don't need it at this very moment, so that's fine. Okay, so tanks, done. Then we have the vents. I think that's it, right. Okay, give us the rest. We will need some solder for the IC stuff, and I think that's it for now, right? Oh, iron. Thank you. Okay, we will need 2 of these. 1 and 2, get started. And then 2 housing, 2 IC chip, and 2 Stirling engines. Right. While we are printing out the longer printing stuff, we might as well go upstairs and replant some of the ferns. So next up we will need, let's go with the Stirling engines next. So you guys give us 2. And yeah, this will print for a relatively long time, so go upstairs and garden a little bit. Some of them are still only moderately glowing well, and I did notice that some of them are only giving us a single piece of fern. That is a bit concerning. Okay, so this side is completely replanted, but as I said, some of them are only giving us a single fern plant, and they are only growing moderately well. Let me see. Yeah, this one is only growing moderately well. I don't know. Did they get mutated so much during the summer months that they got stunted this much? I can only hope that the oxygen generation didn't suffer from it too much. If it did, that might mean that we might want to start doing a bit of genetics on these guys. Okay, as far as I can tell, everything is replanted, apart from these two rows, but... oh, right, and these two as well. But other than that, it's fine. Okay. We have these three plants. Fine. I will replant them right now, like this. I don't want to wait for them to rot, and I don't want to go to that base just to recycle them now, so it's fine. Okay, so the printing should be done by now. So this is done. Next up, give us 2 housings. Yes, I should have come down a bit sooner, but oh well. So give us 2 of these, then 2 chips, and maybe a bit of extra heavy cabling. Other than that, I think it's good to go. Right. Okay, what can we do in the meantime? Not much. We just need to wait. I suppose we could start doing the same kind of cladding and wall and windows that we did downstairs, but those can wait. Okay, after this one, give us, I say, 10 chips. We should have plenty enough resources for those as well. After that, I think we are good to go. Oh, right. We also need the cowls, some extra piping, although I suppose if the pipe or the chimney doesn't need to be that tall. I think we can take these pipes with us and that will do just fine. Alright, and the cowls. For now, you can go there, you will have to come with us. Ooh, I forgot these don't stack. What can we leave behind? Nothing actually. Well, we will have to come back home to pick up the cowls, but other than that... okay, I will use insulated piping for the time being, but I want to have everything good to go, and then we only come back for the uninsulated piping. So, cowls, these, just need the iron. Good. Oh, right. I suppose we can put one of these circuits, one of these chips in here. That will free up some space, and then we can take the piping as well. There we go. Okay, now I think we're good to go. We just need to make a small pit stop at the original Stirling engine so we can copy the code and we can repurpose it for the new ones. So you can go there, the new suit is fine, we can go. I will install the iron mining first, because after we are done with the other one, we need to start dismantling the wind turbines, and I don't want to leave them lying on the ground. So anyways, you can go on the ground for now. Then I will take out this one. This chip can go in here, this chip can go in the laptop. Import the code, you can go back. Please keep this one operating because we don't want to accidentally leave it without automation, because otherwise it will blow up. Then export the code to this chip and export the code to this chip. They should be exactly the same. Although, keep this one in here so we can make some room. And we can go. Also, very happy to see this. And by the way, you are now doing 4 kilowatts. Yeah, it is well past midnight, so I think the amount of gases inside the tank is slowly building up. So it will get better and better over time. So, as I said, I will do the iron mining first, and then I will do the old one. Right, I think we can extend this way. We can have the tank here, and it will be facing one step back, facing this way. Good, although maybe it should be more like that. Yeah. Okay, then the Stirling engine. You will be there, facing this way, exactly. Good, we can install the battery as well. I suppose this way will do. Although ideally it should be a bit better organized than this. I don't really want to put it under it, but it would be a decent placement, I suppose. I mean, it does make sense, right? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm warming up to the idea. So you could go there instead. Yeah. Okay, that means that we need to run the power cable that way into the back, which means this one needs to move. So apparently the original placement was the good one after all. There, might as well take care of the cabling. So the power output of the Stirling engine will go into the back of the battery. I think we should have enough room for the automation, so that's fine. Next up, the piping. That's great. Quickly build the Stirling engine. Oh, right. Electronics parts. I forgot about those. Fine. We will bring these in afterwards. Then we need that's fine. Turn it on. And the power will come this way. This time we don't need to have heavy cabling, just need to make sure that we don't accidentally mix up the two networks. Right, so we will need... yeah, let's start with the automation. So we will need, at this point we can weld up this frame, I suppose. The battery is turned on, everything is hooked up. Yeah, it can be welded up. So you weld up one time. Done. And then we can start placing stuff on the side. So let me see, we will need one of these, then the housing there, and then the vent. Yeah, just put it there. Although, if I go this way... Yeah, this way. Okay, so this one needs... Oh, wait, I forgot. This one doesn't have an internal safety, so we will need to hook up to the tank as a monitoring station. But first... steel sheets, right? Screwdriver and pipes. Okay, I forgot about that. So screwdriver and pipes, and then welding torch and plastic sheets, which we don't have. Fine. So electronic parts and plastic sheets. Finish up the cabling first. And then the exhaust. This time around I will not go too far. Yeah. I think maybe... yeah, 111 will do. And then the cowl. Yeah, just I will mine around it to be extra sure that we have enough volume to vent into, and that's it. Okay, vacuum is throwing us around. I think that will do. Right. Okay, so we need to hook this one into the data network. We should have enough cabling. Do it quickly before we cook. So we need to rewrite the code at least a little bit. And that will do. Just don't mix up the heavy and the regular cable networks. Right. So, plastic sheets, electronic parts. Other than that, this place is good to go. Okay. While we are printing, I will rewrite the code. Shouldn't be too hard. Plus, on these networks, we will only have one of each of these devices, so we don't need to use batch names, we can use just simple batch writing. As soon as this one starts blinking, I will hook it up to the wind turbines, but so far it's doing relatively okay. Right, so you give us some plastic sheets, so we needed 2 for each of them, so give us 4 plastic sheets. Give us give us 4. 1 2 3 4. And then electronic parts, which is iron, gold and copper. Copper, gold, and iron should be no. We need 2 for each of these Stirling engines, right? Stirling engines, we need... yeah, 2. Okay, so give us 4, please. 1 2 3 4. And preferably electronic parts. Okay, in the meantime, let me rewrite the code. So you go all the way to the top and sure, pose, it's fine. So we don't need to have... okay, we will need to have this one, but only as a batch writing. We don't need to have the hash name. That's fine. We only also... oh right, we don't have internal safety for, so this one is completely irrelevant. Okay, in that case, we will need a tank, but first, we don't need this one because we only have one sensor. So right into R0 from this one, no name necessary. There we go. Need to know the temperature. This one is fine. This one is already okay. And we don't need the Stirling vent. For this one, only need a batch writing, and we need to have the powered vent. Powered vent. This is a small one, right? Yeah, the single powered vent kit. 5 plastic sheets, that's it. Okay, so we need to have this one. Use this one, and we need to load the pressure from the tank. So this is operating the vent, so we need to do this one here. Load batch into R2. from the insulated tank. Tank insulated, the small one. We only have one of these on the network. Load the pressure sum, and if it is greater than, no wait, less than. So set less than. If R2 is less than, let's say 45 megapascals, then set R2 to be 1 and need to satisfy both of these checks. So, and override R0 if the original R0 is 1 and R2 is 1. Double check. So, batch load from the sensor the temperature. Override R1 if the temperature is less than 200 degrees Celsius, and if it is less than that, turn on the Stirling generator. Right. Then load the pressure from the tank into R2. Override R2 if the original is less than 45 megapascals, and this one, if the temperature outside is greater than 600 degrees Celsius. If both of these are true, turn on the vent. I think that's it. Right. Confirm, export, and then override the other chip. Export, and that's it. We will need to test this one to be extra sure, but as far as I can tell, this one should be fine. So we have the plastic sheets, and I think we are good to go. Right. Do it now while we still have some daytime heat. I want to check if this one is working correctly. Oh, and yeah, I think the black hole is a lot higher up than it used to be, so I think we are finally past the worst of the summer months. Or summer days. We don't really have that many days to count them as months. But anyways, we need the welding torch for this one. You can go there, welding torch, thank you. And then you will be venting inwards, and then make some room. And this chip can go inside now, there, and you will go there. Good. So if I turn this on, we should be harvesting gases. Oh, right, we don't have power. I forgot. How can we do this one real quick? I suppose we can bring in an APC, dump a small battery into it. That will prime the system. Also, apparently, now this one is charging. Whatever. I mean, we can repurpose one of these as well. But we don't really have the room. Okay, I will quickly place down some of these. We will pick these up once we come back. I just want to have the room, but obviously I don't want to just leave them lying as loose items in the world. There we go. Okay, let's pick up one of these. Just barely enough cabling. So we are charging this now, right? Yes. Okay, so we are charging the battery, which means we can turn this one on. Good. Which means it is trying to turn this one on. Good. Okay, so now we just need the working gas, and this place should be good to go. Okay, don't waste power on this right now. There. Just keep charging the battery. I want to have enough to vent in enough hot gases for the next evening. In the meantime, let's go home and pick up... I suppose we might as well bring in both of the working gas canisters. But first, pick up some jetpack fuel. Yeah, having set the propellant or the exhaust or whatever it is, the thrust, to 100 really does deplete the jetpack quite fast. So you give us 2 canisters. For that we need iron. And then, yes, I will paint them red because they will contain volatiles. Might as well. But be careful, don't want to paint both of them at the same time. We want to do this one after the pollutants have dissipated. Good, and what was the other stuff? I think it's just a bit of extra piping and that's all. Critical. Yeah, I think so. Give us some more piping because we need some extra for the other setup. Yeah, I think 4 of them will do. 1 corner piece and 1 triple piece, and that's it. That will do. And we need to fill up the canisters with voltas. And by the way, how is the harvesting going? Maybe it's time to take these out. 6 megapascals, yeah, I think that will keep us going for a very good long while. So you can stop, import this code, edit, and down here we need to comment out these lines. Confirm, export, you can go back, and we can turn this off now. Good. The same goes for this one. We have plenty of voltiles now. 30 megapascals, more than what we need. Import, edit, and once again, comment out these lines. Confirm, export, you can go back, and we can turn this off. Thank you. Right, and everything else is okay. Right, so let's start filling these up, but we have a lot more volume in these, or a lot more pressure in these pipes now, so we need to be very, very careful. We only want to put 70 modes in these. So let me see. Oh geez, that's filling fast. Okay, less than 1 liter. Let's go for 0.1 liter. We need to be extra careful that we don't overfill these. Overfilling will result in a big boom, and I don't want that. Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, stop. Maybe let's make it 0.5. Confirm. Okay, that's way too fast. 0.1, that will do. Don't be too hasty. Okay, 70.4, close enough. You can come with us, and I think that's it. Right, we are harvesting. I will quickly eat and drink. Also, yeah, we need to bring in those wind turbines fairly soon. That battery is completely drained. Make this one quick. So first things first, eat, drink, then quickly install the working gas, and I think that's it. Okay, eat this one as well. Good. Drink, thank you. This one is doing amazingly. Okay, so you are still flashing, which is not great, but it's fine. So now this one has working gas. The only thing missing now is the hot gas in the tank, and that's it. Right, which means we need to wait. In the meantime, I will double check the code. I want to be extra sure. In fact, we really should name the different variables at this point. So you import the original code, edit, and tell you what, yes, let's use variable names or register names. So go up to the top, and I will not pause, I will want to wait until morning. But anyways, there, have a alias for the turn on off. So on off will be R0, and we will use this one to turn on the vent and the Stirling engine. Then alias, we will need to have a temp, storm. That's fine. Incoming. And we have a storm incoming, lovely. Ooh. And it just happened early morning. We just starting to heat up. Does that mean we will have a solar storm finally? I guess we will see. Anyways, temperature will be R1. So temp, I paused the game by the way. So load into the temp register and set the on off if the temp is below 200. So that will do. We still haven't overwritten the temperature, so that's fine. Right, for here we need a pressure register. So alias pressure R2. So load into the pressure, override the pressure as 1 if it is below 55,000. Then we can override the temperature here and override the on-off here if both the temperature and the pressure are set to 1. Okay, so now this one should be a bit more readable, and as far as I can tell, this one should work, but double check. So load into the temp from the sensor. Double check that this is the sensor. So sensor, we need the gas sensor. 1252, that looks good to me. Then load, set the Stirling engine. So need the Stirling engine, that is 2603, that looks good to me. Then load pressure from the tank, which is going to be the tank insulated one, 2721, that looks good to me. And then do the powered vent. Yeah, we have a large vent and a small vent, so this one has to be it. 9388, that looks good to me. Okay. So as far as I can tell, it should start venting in if this one goes above 600 degrees Celsius. Confirm. In fact, we might as well override the code with the new named registers. Turn on. And as soon as the temperature goes above 600, this one should start venting in, but only until this one reaches 45 megapascals, which by the way we did hook up. That's fine. Also, I forgot to weld up the foundations for the tank. So do this, thank you. And while we are waiting, I will quickly override the other chip. This one, export this code, and now we can put this one away. Oh wait, take out the chip first and then we can put it away. Okay, so we are above 200, so it did turn off the Stirling engine. That's very good, that is working. And as soon as we reach 600, this one should turn on. I will keep this one here for the time being. I want to make sure that we have at least a little bit of power going in. And when the battery is completely full, I will turn these guys on. I don't want to waste power until we have enough working gases to make sure that the Stirling engine is working. And this one turned on. Okay, that means that both of the checks have satisfied. How fast is this one filling, by the way? Could be better, but it's fine. It should be a lot better than the regular active vent. Okay, let me take a look at the weather station and then we will say goodbye. Okay, so it is rotating. That tells me that this will be an ash storm, but I guess we will see. It will get here... okay. It will get here right around evening, so I think it will not be an ash... it will not be a solar storm. And by the way, you are doing alright. Okay, so as I've said, I will say goodbye now, and we will pick things up in the next episode. But for now, let's take shelter in here. I don't think we can install everything before the storm gets here, but I guess we will see. But for now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.